Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch You Want, and thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at the IWC Ingenieur dual time, reference 326403. You can see this 45mm stainless steel dual time IWC on our website, watchyouwant.com. You can purchase it there, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. You can also click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time if you'd like to go to our full listing for this watch with prices, extra photos, and accessories listed, as well as warranty information. Now on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see that despite being abundantly oversized, 45mm certainly qualifies. This watch is an easy fit for a smaller arm. It's really a great fit for any arm size because if you're one of those guys who just can't get enough watch, that is, you have the tree trunk forearm and you need the huge wrist presence, this integrated strap, lug, and case combination really does fit the bill. It has immense wrist stance, but because of the ergonomic calculations that IWC makes with very short and sharply downturned lugs as well as a very supple strap, it's also an easy fit on a smaller wrist, and that's aided and abetted by the titanium construction, which ensures that despite its size, this watch wears very, very light on the wrist. Now you can see in profile what I mean about the sharply downturned and quite short cropped lugs. They do seem to turn down almost as soon as they depart the edge of the bezel, meaning that this watch is starting to curve around your wrist before the case even ends. That's a great ergonomic equation for success on a smaller wrist. Also, the strap is outstanding regardless of the size of your wrist. Very substantial, made of very thick natural vulcanized rubber. It has generous relief channels on the bottom, and you can see them to good effect here. The relief channels effectively allow heat, sweat, moisture, and grit to move away from your wrist on hot days. This is a true sports watch. It does have 120-meter water resistance, so while most ingenieurs will work on the surface, this one is not afraid to get wet, and the strap is along for the ride. And moreover, I should add that it has a quick-release system, much like that featured on late-model Panerai Luminors, wherein you can actually release it just by pushing this plunger and then forcing the bar through, with no need to resort to a screwdriver or a jeweler's tool. You can actually swap out the strap using 2 toothpicks, and you can do it on both sides in 10 seconds. But it is the watch itself that takes center stage. Now, it's a combination of this matte titanium treatment, beautifully finished with elaborate faceting and stepped elements to give definition to the broad case, and then terminating in a bolted bezel reminiscent of the famed Gerald Genta Ingenieur SL, effectively a counterpart of the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak and Patek Philippe Nautilus that Genta also designed during the 70s. That Ingenieur SL lends its essential profile to the Ingenieur dual time of today, albeit this one is far larger and more substantial in proportions. Moving inboard from that classically inspired bezel, you can see that there is a conical sort of flange or rayhaut featuring a 24-hour calibration. That's for your independent half-speed second time zone hand. Now, what's inside is an IWC caliber known as 35720. It's effectively an ETA 28932 modified by IWC for its purposes. So you can move the local hour hand, and I'm going to show you how that works right now. You can move the local hour hand independently of the other hands. So this is your local hand. As you jump time zones, you're able to correct for the deviation from zone to zone without stopping the balance. As you can see that the seconds hand continues to move, so timing isn't effective. Moreover, if you have your home time set on the 24-hour scale outboard, that second time zone will always give you your home time with AM-PM distinction on the 24-hour scale. Now the watch does feature bidirectional automatic winding 27 joules. It is very tough. It retains one of the core virtues of the base 2893 caliber in that it hacks when you pull the crown, so you can set the time precisely. This is a very tough movement in a very tough case. Between the ETA base caliber, the convenience of automatic winding, a date, a dual time function, AM-PM distinction, and the fact that the watch is comfortable on a huge range of wrists, this is a very versatile reference from IWC. It wears like a dream, and because of the matte silver, essential tone of the brushed titanium, as well as the matte gray sort of tritone grayscale of the dial, black, white, and gray, it's more discreet and, from a dress perspective, more versatile than your standard Ingenieur or oversized sports watches in general. This is a watch that you could wear with a suit with a straight face. It's not oversized and gaudy or oversized and goofy. It has a handsome flange around a dial featuring bi-level elements. You can see the inner dial actually higher than the hour track. The hour track characterized by beautiful, fully loomed applied indices and Arabic 12 and 6. This watch has a lot of character definition, and the attention to detail is superb. As you can see, a very subtle railroad-style minute track outboard of the applied hour markers, and you can also see, likewise, the step of the date window. Very subtle, but preventing a sheer and ugly cut from the top of the dial down to the date disc itself. This is a carefully considered watch. The beauty, the elegance of its design comes out in time, and it rewards repeat viewing. That's exceptional in an oversized sports reference, in a class where all too often the only purpose of the design is to make a statement. What statement? The designers often don't care. This one makes a sophisticated statement. You can own it and you can wear it home from our website, watchyouwant.com.